we got today. I say little, but it's actually pretty decent prize pool that we got over here on DraftKings. So I probably shouldn't call it little. I'm gonna be joined by BK in a moment. He is getting some things together, but it's not just gonna be me on the stream. I know you guys don't like to just look at my face on here. So BK will be joining us shortly. But until then, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get through the nitty gritty, small stuff, injury report, and just the matchups real quick. So, with that being said, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss none of the content that we're putting out over here on the channel. And drop a like if this video helps you in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully, you guys made some money on the last WNBA slate because honestly, we pegged that like to the T. In all honesty, like legit to the T was very good. So hopefully we can go ahead and we can do that again here today on this one. All right. Looking over two games, 4 teams. Washington taking on New York Liberty. We already know Shakira Austin. She's going to be out again for this game. Han, she's out as well for New York Liberty. Over here for Atlanta Dream taking on my Dallas Wings. No injury news and nothing to report for both of these. So should be same starters, same lineups, all that good jazz and everything for these teams right here. Nothing new that we got to worry about or anything like that for these. So going over. Let's look at the totals for the games. We got a 170.5 with a 6-point spread in favor of Dallas for the Dallas and Dream game. We got a 163 total with a 10.5 spread for the New York Liberty and the Washington Mystics game. And if you go back and you look at when these teams they have played, on the 15th, even though everything has set up pretty decently from that first game with the New York Liberty taking on the Washington Mystics, the winning lineup, perfect lineup and everything, it really stacked that late game. It mainly focused on stacking from the Dallas Wings and the Dream game. So if you did stack that side, you were pretty good money right there for just going with that and just taking those two pieces, Jonquil Jones and Ariel Atkins from that first game. Both of them had pretty good, decent fantasy scores, and then just running it with Satu, Tierra McCown, Odysseus, and Ryan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Odysseus, she played a lot more minutes than what I was expecting for her. Dangerfield really did not get any burn in that game, and that was the reason why we actually seen actually pop off and do a little something out there for herself, which I'm not going to discredit her and say that it's not going to happen again, but just a little something to keep an eye on and to pay attention to. Coming into this, we actually got a little bit of some back and forth that want to share with you guys, especially for the first game. It looks like our girl Natasha Cloud is running at the gums, popping off at the mouth. And Natasha Cloud says she's guarding Sabrina Ionescu for 40 minutes today. She said New York was actively trying to get her to switch, and that's not happening. Called the Mystics game 1 defense lazy, and the tape was humbling. They have a rude awakening for tomorrow. I think in all actuality, the defense was not bad. The defense was not lazy. It was more the fact that you guys went away from, I'd say, 2 of your better players getting shots. Cloud, you didn't take any shots really like that in the second half. You just stopped. Legit just stopped. Granted, yeah, you couldn't buy a bucket after a while, but still, Elena Della Don to only take 3 or 4 shots in that second half, piss poor, pitiful. There's no reason why EDD did not get the amount of shots that she should have got, considering she is technically your best player on this team, like just stat wise, accolade wise, all that shit. No reason EDD did not get more than 3 shots in the second half. Second half. I'm not talking about the whole game. The second half. Your best player should be taking those shots. Your best player should be getting those shots. Plays should be running. You're the point guard. You should be trying to find the best spot to get her into so she can take those shots. Makes no sense. None whatsoever. And then I don't even think Sykes had got off or a lot of her shots in the second half either. You had Ariel Atkins taking quite a bit of shots. Misha Hines-Allen, she outshined and outplayed EDD. No reason for that at all whatsoever as well. She outshined her, which shockingly has been playing pretty well, pretty good. And then who else? There was someone else that ended up coming in and just taking way more shots than what they should have. But anyway, nonetheless, EDD, she should be getting more of those shots. And Cloud, you should be going ahead doing your duties and actually setting up your players to make these shots on top of looking for your own, besides just running around here doing all that. Now, Sabrina, she did respond back to this. She said that she did see it. So, you know, I personally think of Sabrina as being sometimes a petty person. I don't know if anyone else thinks of that. But she said, I mean, I don't talk much, so I let my game do the talking. That's a lie. Sabrina likes to talk a lot in game. She's lying about that. But obviously, the most important thing is for us to win tonight. And if we do that, there's not much anyone can say. on if she's seen Cloud's comment. Yeah, I saw it. It'll be fun for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of defense we're actually going to get inside this matchup. It'll be interesting because I don't think that Sabrina necessarily was the problem. Yes, you guys, you did a fantastic job of making Stewie's life hell, because going back, looking at the stats, Stewie has not played the Washington Mystics good at all throughout her career. And if we go and look at it, Brianna Stewart, highest priced player, you would think she would actually be able to pop off, go off. She's had one game, let's see, a 50 right there, 53 right there. So out of her whole career, whole time, she's only had 3 games where she has put up over at least 50 or more fantasy points going up against the Washington Mystics. Only 3. And I'm going to say I'm actually kind of shocked that the Mystics have done that well of a job of defending her and keeping her cooled off and collected. Now, of course, going into it, playoff matchup, I'm going to have to think something's going to change, because if you're going to try to lock down Sabrina, someone else is going to have to be able to get off. Someone else is going to have to be able to do something. And my whole thing with it, it's not like she wasn't taking the shots. It's not like she wasn't actually out there shooting. She was taking shots that she normally makes, and she was open taking these shots. So something has to balance back out. And I think today could possibly be the day that we actually get a good Brianna Stewart game, because it just doesn't make any sense for her to go out here. You're taking 16 plus shots and you're not doing nothing. That doesn't make any sense. What up, 7? What up? You had a good Sunday? Hey, man, I had a midday Sunday. Broke even on a lot of my stuff, man. To be truthful, I know I'm going to digress right here because I am trying to kill time till BK can join. The fact that Sunday, those early games, popping, great, good, and then they just died. I didn't expect the afternoon freaking NFL games to just kill like how they did. That was crazy. So then I swapped over to go look at the WNBA. And like I said, if you guys watch the stream for the WNBA, we legit nailed the game script, everything for those games. If you played McBride and Fee from that first game, McBride, Fee, and ran it back with either Bonner or AT, one of those two, you were good. You were straight up perfectly good. And then BK even said, today's the day you play Wilson. He did. And it was, it cashed, it killed, it crushed. Copper, of course, she went off like she was supposed to. Freaking, who was it? Dana Evans. I know that he had talked about Dana on the show, as in probably a cheap piece that he would play for the day. But we actually nailed that shit pretty good to the T with a lot of it. And I know a couple of decent prop picks as well for it. But 7, y'all ain't gonna miss it. Dan, you're not gonna miss it today. We got you. He said that he is going to be joining very, very soon. Just waiting, trying to get the kids settled. And me, I'm just killing time anyway. After I get off of this, I got to go to work. But hopefully we can make some money, make some green. Matter of fact, while we're waiting for him, I know a couple of props that I can actually touch on, go over. I know that's what a lot of you guys really come here for, are the props. But I say it all the time, man. Y'all can play on DraftKings or FanDuel and check out some of the other things that are actually out here to offer. All right, so looking over at Prize Picks, we already know today is Taco Tuesday. $25 max is what you can play on the Taco. They got Jonquel Jones sitting at 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Looking at her game logs and what she has done in this spot, and just love that we actually have Jonquel Jones. I'm going to tell you, I actually think that's a pretty decent Taco. Granted, I would rather have Satu as a Taco or something like that, but Jonquel, that's not bad. Looking at it, she's gone over there. Nope, she only played 23 minutes in that matchup. Nope, she only played 19 minutes in this matchup. So when she's getting at least 29 to 30 minutes, she's gone over, she's killed it. And honestly, I don't see anything changing right here in this spot. Misha Hines Allen cannot guard Jonquel Jones. Elaine Deladon, she's not even doing too well trying to guard Jonquel either way. And again, if they're trying to shut down Sabrina, those shots and everything else have to go somewhere else. Rebounds are going to go to someone else. Jonquel Jones, Brianna Stewart, they can step up in those spots right there and definitely can get you to the promised land right there in that. But she could hit that, like, no doubt. There's no reason why she should not hit this 21.5 Taco. Like, I will be surprised. Now, power 2, something like that you can run for this. Yeah, 7. She can honestly hit her regular line without the Taco either way. I know one of my favorite props that were up is going to be, where's the defensive rebounds? Defensive rebounds. Tierra McCowan, they got her sitting at 7 rebounds. This is the playoff. She's going to play 30-plus minutes a game. Unless she gets into foul trouble, there's no way she does not go over that 7 rebounds. I want to say she had that within the first half, if I'm not mistaken. They already bumped Natasha Howard. Hers was sitting at 5.5. I didn't mind that one as well. But Tierra McCowan, for a fact, 7 defensive rebounds. That's way too easy cash money. For sure. So that would be a power 2 that I would actually run, would be the Tierra McCowan. Run that back with the taco. Boom. I like that right there. Another one that you can run if you're not really feeling Tierra, you don't want to mess with that. Field goals missed. Where are they at? I'm blind, guys. I don't have my glasses on right now. 3-point attempts. Oh, field goals missed. Okay. Field goals missed. Where is she at? I'm going to go to my girl. As much as I like the fact that she went off for me, which I think that's probably why BK is ducking right now. He hasn't popped on yet, is because he knows I'm going to mess with him about Alicia Gray again. But Alicia Gray, to miss more than 7 field goals, I don't mind taking this one again because we already know the shots are going to come from Alicia, Ryan, and Parker. Alicia, if she's chucking up at least 16, 17 shots, she's going to miss over half of those damn things. So 7 field goals, that's either a push or an over for that. I do not mind that at all as another prop play. And I'll wait for BK. I know he has a plethora of other ones that he wants. I know one of the ones that he was on for a fact for today. Field goals made. They don't have Cloud up here. Oh, there she goes. 4 field goals made. I don't mind that one. This one I personally think is just a little bit risky because if she's trying to exert herself on defense, I'm not exactly too sure exactly what Cloud we're going to get in this spot. But 4 field goals made. She can hit it. She definitely can if she's locked in and she's on. But take it with a grain of salt. That was more of a lean play. It's something I would put into a 5 or 6 flex if I'm doing something like that. I wouldn't actually just like go hammer hard on it. But definitely some good options. Jonquil Jones, 21.5 PRA. That's a smack. That's easy. That's easy. And honestly, if you guys want to go with the homer in me, going down here to Enrique, 36.5 fantasy points. Love that. Easy day. Just look at her last 2 game balls going up against Dallas. I mean, going up against the Dream. 50-53. The ball's in her hand, man. It's the playoffs, bro. It's the playoffs. I'm telling y'all right now, Dallas, we closing this out today. No doubt. Dallas wins this one. The New York Liberty Washington game, I wouldn't be surprised if the Washington Mystics actually can pull out the upset and actually can win this. And that's going on the back of it if they can get Lane Deladon to do a Lane Deladon thing. So yeah, that'll be crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start going over the breakdown, going over some things for the slate while we wait for BK to come in. So starting with the Washington Mystics side, we already know that we're going to focus on the starters. Looking at, what they played, hold on 1 second. Going over Washington Mystics. Boom, bow. Oh, wow. And the last slate of this series on the 15th, you put up a 230 and took down some. Hey, that's what's up. Actually, that 230 on the 15th, that might have won you up there in like the top 10 in the $15 for a fact. If you're putting up a 230, that's real good, man. 7, you said Enrique points. That says Enrique points and assist. I don't mind Enrique's where is it? Her points and assists. I need to go put my glasses on, man, guys. I am so blind. Enrique, they got her sitting at 27.5. Yeah, I can see it. My favorite prop for her, honestly, though, is the fantasy score, just because I know she can swipe, get some steals. I know her turnovers can be there, but it's banking on at least her getting about 2 steals, something like that for the game. And just what she can does rebounding-wise, getting the assists and things like that. That's why I really did like her fantasy score prop as a play. But all right, going over to the main slate, talking about it, looking at the minutes everyone played. Sykes, she played 36 minutes. Elaine Deladon, she has jumped up from playing in the mid-20s. She finally played 35 minutes. So that was only 5 minutes of rest that she actually got in this game. That's very good. Cloud only played 32 minutes, which is a little shocking for someone that's running the guns and talking all that. But we already got confirmation from Cloud herself. She's playing 40 minutes today. 40 minutes. Sitting at 8-3. I'm going to tell you right now, if a player is telling me you're going to play 40 minutes, we already know minutes equal production. I might bite on that. I might actually bite on that. Only play 32 minutes, another 8 minutes that I can get from you. A couple more shots that I can actually get out of you. You only attempted 8 field goals. 8. And you made 1. So that's definitely something. Ariel Atkins, her minutes definitely have to go up. It's an elimination game. At least got to play 35 plus minutes right here. Definitely do like Ariel Atkins as another play we can come down to. She played very well in that last game. Got priced up from 7.2 to 7.8. Do not mind going out here to her. She played 30 minutes. That's all right. And then Misha Hines-Allen, I can see maybe about 35, or no, I'm not going to say 35, 32-ish minutes for her here in this spot. Honestly, was the bright spot for them. And I wouldn't be surprised if people pivoted down to her off of Lane Deladon in this spot. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going right back to Lane Deladon in this position, in this spot, because it is an elimination game. And like I said, your best player, only 12 field goal attempts. 12 field goal attempts, and 3 of those came in the second half. This right here, I would expect Arike, Ryan Howard type numbers, 20-plus field goal attempts, and that should definitely be coming from Lane Deladon, your best player. There's no reason why she's not getting her field goal attempts. Sitting at 9K. That's the cheapest that we can get any of the stud forwards on the slate for today. 9K. She's priced lower than Tierra McCowan. That shouldn't even be a thing. This is a Lane Deladon, all-star. Freaking all NBA, all WNBA team. There's no reason why she is that cheap at all whatsoever. So 9K definitely will be going right back to Lendell down here in the spot. And then coming down here, I'm not really even gonna pay attention to anybody down here on the bench. Tina Hawkins only played 13 minutes. SWK 10 minutes coming in. Queen played 5 minutes, and Ling, she played 12. If I go down here to anybody off of the bench, it will be just to Ling would be the only person I would actually consider. But outside of that, like I said, elimination game. I'm expecting those starters, they're going to have to play heavy burn, heavy minutes. There's no reason why your starters are not going to actually be ran into the ground practically, considering that your season is online. You're going to want to play. And if I'm the women, I want to play. Matter of fact, even going back to it, going to it, like what we had talked about in that game with the Lynx, the 2 best players, Fee and Kayla McBride. You know how many minutes they played? McBride played 40 minutes. She played the whole damn game. Fee played 38 minutes, and that was probably because she picked up some ticky-tacky fouls because she ended up with 3 fouls. But you're going to play your best players. Elena Deladon, she should be out there playing the whole game. Sykes is arguably the second best player on this team. But outside of Sykes, I could definitely see some room for us going to Atkins and Cloud. Both of them pretty decent price, and already got pretty much confirmation. Cloud, she's saying she's going to play 40 minutes. She's going to be out there playing defense and all the other jazz. I don't mind running a stack of Cloud and Elena Deladon here in the spot. That'll probably be one of my favorite things to want to go to right here. Do you think Stewie will have a breakout game tonight or remain under? So I kind of touched on it a little bit, which actually we're going right over here to them. Right now, looking at it, I might not mess with the guards for the New York Liberty, and I'm probably going to be all in on the forwards. And just like what Seven said, Washington is too small. They are too small. Misha Hines-Allen, she's a small center trying to play center, trying to body up with Jonko Jones and Brianna Stewart. There's no reason. If you go back and you watch the game, Brianna Stewart, she took a lot of shots that she legit makes. There was no reason why she missed all those shots. It's crazy her field goal percentage out there in this type of game, going up against the Washington Mystics, how it's just so it's mid. It really truly is very mid for her. 16 shots. She was only 3 of 6. 3 of 16. 0 of 4 from 3. If we know what she does, she actually is a very good 3-point shooter as well. I would expect for her to bounce back. I definitely would expect for her to bounce back right here. And just game log watches, everything, I feel like she's going to be much lower on. But a stud like her, closeout game, I want to go to her, especially with the yapping that we're getting, talking about that you're going to shut down Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina, for me today, is going to be a GPP play, only because of the defense and the attention that it seems Washington wants to put onto Sabrina, because they feel like she is the reason why they lost and that she cooked them. But I personally feel like you kind of forgetting about the person who actually started cooking you first, which was Laney. Laney practically went out there and dropped almost a 20-piece on your head. Laney was the one that was getting going and kept them afloat before Sabrina actually started getting it going and Jonko Jones started popping off. You forgot about Laney. Ain't nobody worried about Laney, which is crazy. It's stupid. It's really truly dumb. But yes, I expect for Stu to actually bounce back. I would not take any unders on her. That's just personally me on that aspect. We will definitely check with BK and see what he thinks in that aspect whenever he jumps in. Stewie and Jones, especially with the Suns losing the Liberty, want to close them out. Sabrina still a solid option, even though Cloud plans on locking her up. Like I said, Sabrina, that's going to be GPP for me. In all honesty, that's just straight GPP. I feel like she's priced at 10-2. Looking at all the other guards that we actually have on the slate, I can come down here. I can get Ryan. I can get Sykes. I can get Gray. I can get Cloud, Vandersloot, Laney. Underneath here for what I can get for Sabrina. She went out there, she dropped 44 in this matchup in the spot. I don't mind coming down and paying down for someone else that I can actually get down here that has pretty much about the same floor as her. I mean, especially Ryan, take 200 off. I can go down here to Ryan. Can come down here to Sykes, who's going to be out there playing just as many minutes as Cloud and everyone else, and who has arguably just as high of a ceiling as Sabrina does out there. Especially, again, if I said Sabrina's getting locked up, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually went on her stuff. Sabrina, I would look at something else like, yeah, rebounds and assists would probably be something I would look at. The only thing that I question about that, especially with the assists, it seems like she is in more of a scoring mode than what she normally is, because normally you would see her setting up like a Stewie or setting up Jonko Jones and things like that. She's looking for her shot is what she's actually out there doing. If I mess with like a rebounds and assists, I would probably look more towards a Sloot, because we already know that's what Sloot's going to go out there and do. Yes, she will take an open three or something like that if she's actually open, but I would look more towards Sloot's rebounds and assists if I'm looking at really playing something. For Sabrina, I would take the field goal attempts, 3-point attempts, if they actually even have that up. Let's actually see for Sabrina. For Sabrina, they have 6.5. So they got 8.5 3-point attempts. I don't mind that. 15 field goal attempts. Don't mind that at all. 8 field goals missed. Let's see. How have you done with that? Oh, it says 8.5 field goals missed. Change it from teams. Sabrina, let's see. You only missed 8 right there. Didn't take enough right there. Didn't take enough. You missed 10. Yeah, I mean, field goals missed might be one that you can consider, but not something strong enough. But definitely the 8.5 3-point attempts, because she jacks up those threes like it's nobody's business and nobody's problem. I definitely don't mind that. What's the cheapest value play today? So cheap depends on what we want to consider cheap. The thing is, this is a closeout game for both teams, and I kind of feel like we're going to see the exact same instance like what we just saw for the Lynx and the Sun, where they're going to ride heavy on their starters, and the rotation piece is going to be very seldom, especially for the Washington side. All their starters are definitely stars and stuff that they will actually play. And if I'm going with anything, I even think that Lee, like, she is a risky play to me personally, just because she might see her minutes evaporate here in this spot and only get about 5 minutes here. And if in forward position, I don't trust Queen, because obviously they're not running her. Tina Hawkins, she's not getting enough minutes. So it's really just Eleni Deladon and Misha Hines-Allen would be the only two that I would actually trust in that spot right there. Like I said, same thing for the guards. I just really can't trust it. Going over to New York Liberty side. Hold on 1 second. Okay, stop. Put it down. Put it down. Stop just busting in my room. All right, on the New York Liberty side, Sabrina, Vandersloot, Laney, they're all going to play big minutes. For some reason, actually didn't really see Johannes. She didn't play a lot of minutes, only played 5 minutes in the last game. And Willoughby, she's not going to get any minutes at all. So really, not even going to look at the bench right there. If you consider Laney value at 7.9, don't hate that. Her PRA, yes, is something that you can look to and would be something that you can go to. Over here at the forward position, Dolson, maybe you can consider her. She only plays 6 minutes. Again, if she actually can come in and hit her shots and do a little something, that might not be a bad option. But again, closeout game, Dolson, the only way that you see her coming out there is depends on how many minutes they give Misha Hines-Allen, because that was when they actually pulled Jonko Jones and actually let her rest, was when Jones went out, and that was in the little brief minutes that they actually gave to Queen or something like that. So Dolson would probably be iffy at best for me. I'm not gonna mess with Kayla Thornton. She's not really getting out there, getting her minutes. Going over here to the Atlanta Dream side. Oh, real quick, if you guys don't understand, I'm definitely high on Stewie, definitely high on Jonko Jones. Don't mind running a piggyback of both of these two and running it back with going heavy on the first game. It's kind of how I'm kind of looking at Cloud, Eleni Deladon, Stewart, Jonko Jones, just figuring it out from there. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, as a play, or at least as one of my cores that I'm looking at. Hold on 1 second, my wife's calling me. What's going on, honey? All right. Yeah, I can see Dolson. Yeah, I agree. Dolson would be the best one, value wise. All right. But yeah, like I said, Stewie Jones would be the two that I'm really kind of high on from the New York Liberty side this time. I'm really just banking on Stewie going out there doing what Asia Wilson just did last game, where she exploded going up against the sky, and then Laney, I definitely would kind of put her a peg over Sabrina and Vandersloot right now, would be how I look at that. Going over to the Land of Dream, taking on the Dallas Wings. Of course, Ryan, Alicia Gray. Don't mess with Dan Robinson. Looks like she's not really going to get her minutes. She only played 22 minutes out there, gave us 10 fantasy points, didn't do jack shit. Dilly Billy squat. Would not be surprised if Ari McDonald actually got more minutes here in this position and spot, because she's a much better shooter. She can facilitate the ball, and she can actually play some pretty decent defense. Would not be surprised if they actually ran Ari. So here goes another value play. GPP option that we would have to bank on Ari getting the minutes. Ari could possibly be our Dana Evans tonight. That is what Ari could be right here in this position of spot. If we're not going to be able to play Gray or Ryan Howard, I don't mind going right back to Gray. Like I said, the shots are going to be there. The defense is going to be there for her. She's going to do everything, points, rebounds, and assisting. All that stuff is going to be there for her. The upside is there for her to actually be able to go back-to-back and have at least a 35 to 40 point game, 40 fantasy point game here again. Did the sound still not come back? I muted it. Okay. Sound is back. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Ryan, definitely don't mind going right back to Ryan. All the shots that she's going to take. Now, the only thing I would temper expectations, I don't expect her to go 8 of 15 from 3 again. That'll be the one thing. What is it? You can just wait to bring all that stuff in here. You can just wait to bring all that stuff in here. You can just wait to bring all that stuff. You're still moving, not listening to what I just said. You can just wait to bring all that stuff in here. Azaria, stop yelling. All right. But Ryan, you can go back to that, but I do not expect another 8 for 15. That's not gonna happen. I don't see that happening again right here in the spot. Will she be able to go out here and have a good game? Yes, possibility. But 53.5 fantasy points, 36 real life points, 3 steals. Give me more closer down to her like 25-ish points. More of like a 40-ish fantasy point type game would be something I would actually expect to get out of Ryan today. But again, games on the line, their seasons on the line. I would expect them to go ahead and run Ryan and Alicia Gray for pretty much the full game if they can. But the upside, I really do feel like the upside is there for Ari. I really, really do feel like it is. Ryan 3-point attempts, yes. Yes, Ryan will attempt those threes, especially how they were falling last game. She's going to try to go right back to that again. She was feeling it. She was in the groove. She's going to try to keep that tying over right here. What do they actually have her 3-point attempts at? Ryan, you were sitting at 8.5. Yeah, I would take the over on that, especially if she's at least if she can at least before halftime go, I'd say 3 out of 8 or so, like she gets a couple of them to go in, she's going to go out there and continue taking them. Like she's going to keep on taking, especially once the game gets to that margin where it's kind of slipping away. They're going to try to chuck up those threes. That's going to be one of those things that they're going to just try to go out there and do. For the forward position, going over here for them, Cheyenne Parker, Monique Billings, Hillman was someone that I was on last game as the possible value play for me. She's still priced at 5.3. She's only played 60 minutes in the last game. I'm not sure if her minutes will be there. Again, it's a closeout game. I trust Ari McDonald more than I do Naz Hillman for value. Sorry, had a burp. I trust Ari McDonald more than I do Naz. So I wouldn't mess with Naz here today. Billings, Cheyenne Parker, both of them, it's a tough matchup going up against Dallas Biggs, the front court. Could see you going to Cheyenne Parker as a possibility. That's if she's actually able to get her shot to fall. She played 38 minutes. So, again, a very good fantasy point per minute producer that we do know. I don't mind taking her fantasy points scored. I want to say that was sitting at like 31 or something like that. Miss Parker. She's sitting at 32. I don't mind actually taking the over on that. I would put that into a 5 or 6 flex. That would be what I would put that into, not as a main 2-man play. 5 or 6 flex. That is one I would put into that. But Parker, Billings will be the only 2 fours that I will mess with from them. And pretty much for the guards, Ryan, Alicia Gray, and Ari McDonald. That literally would be my player pool from the Atlanta Dream, who I would mess with. Going over here to the Dallas side. Now, tidbit. If you guys are able to pay attention to coach talk and see what the coach is talking about, see what they're talking about keying into, that'll help quite a bit. I haven't seen too much from the Atlanta Dream or anything. I will try to look, see if I can drop some nuggets in the Discord or anything like that, if I can find anything. For the Dallas Wings, of course, we already know Enrique, pretty much it from the point guard position. Dangerfield, Burton, Sims. If they're going to pull Dangerfield's minutes again, she only played 16 minutes in this game. Mind you, she did just come back from a head injury. This one right here where she played 10 minutes going up against the Dream the first time. So maybe that might be what plays into why she's not really getting her minutes or anything like that. Howard and McCown rebound combo. Yes. No, you can take the combo. You can take the amount of rebounds that they got in that first game is just I would take the combo. Let's see, Natasha Howard. I know that she had 8 rebounds, and then Tierra McCown, she had double-digit rebounds on her own. That was sitting at 14. What do they actually have their combo prop at? I probably would have been just better off going to combo rebounds instead of just trying to find it that way. Rebound combo. They actually don't have. Or were you talking about Ryan? I don't mind the Ryan Howard and Natasha Howard 13 rebound combo. That one's actually not bad. I don't mind that, especially because I'm high on Natasha Howard going over her rebounds anyway today, especially the defensive rebound prop. I got it when I was at 5.5, so I don't mind that at all as a play. All right, going over here, Satu Unicorn, go right back to her. Drop 51.25 fantasy points. She's pretty much the engine that keeps it going. She's gonna go out there and just let it ride. Let it ride. Do not mind going right back to Satu, but if you want to pay down, Natasha Howard came out there. She did not have the best game. She didn't. She only dropped 30 fantasy points. Could not buy a bucket. If you want to buy into the Natasha Howard bounce back game, GPP option, GPP state, and it says, come down and pay Natasha Howard instead of playing up for Satu, and possibly you get a Natasha Howard ceiling game, and we get a Satu Sabally floor game. That's how you play that. And then Tierra McCown, of course, you can always go down here to her. I actually don't mind. Really, the fact that they gave Big T 36 minutes, that's love. I love it. But for me, in all honesty, for the Dallas Wings, it's going to be Satu, Natasha, Tierra McCown, and Enrique. I'm not going to mess with the Dangerfield or try to bite on. Hopefully, Odysseus can go out here and give me another 19 minutes, dropping 16.75 fantasy points. Unless my Bills make me land on that, I'm not going to play unless it makes me land on it. If she's the last piece that I have, then yeah, I will end up having to play her. But if not, I'm not going to force myself and end up playing her. Yeah, that's kind of weird that they don't have Natasha and Tierra's combo. That really is weird. I do hope that for you, I hope that both of those go over. For sure, Sabrina, she should definitely be chucking up the shots like a mad woman, like she always does, or anything. I'm about to call check, see if BK is going to be able to get on still. Any other questions? Go ahead and drop them down in the chat. And actually, I'm going to see if that core that I was talking about, if it would actually pan out, and see if I would be able to run it, like what I was talking about. I said Natasha Cloud, really high on. Where is Elena Della Don? So that leaves me with 8-1. Jonko Jones, that puts that at 7-7. And of course, I know Brianna Stewart. I don't hate it. I actually know already who I would put into that guard spot, and if it left me with what it would leave me at right here, I would run. That's not a bad not bad at all. How did I do with NFL? I broke even. I legit barely broke even on NFL, all because Trevor Lawrence went out there, had the most shittiest game of his life playing up against the Chiefs. It was so trash and it was so sad. It broke my heart. Freaking for my props, I went like 4 of 6 on a lot of my slips. None of those really had cashed out for me, which really broke my heart because honestly, I thought that I had it. Tried to recoup yesterday playing the freaking the game yesterday. Prayers up to Nick Chubb, bro. Prayers up to Nick Chubb. Prayers up to Nick Chubb, man. That shit. I didn't see the injury, but of course, anytime that they don't show the injury on stream, like you already know, it's bad. And so then, of course, I got on Twitter to go see it, and I was like, oh yeah, no. But I had both running backs that got injured, Jamal Williams and Nick Chubb yesterday, for some stuff that, of course, reboots, tank my DFS lines with those things like that. That just freaking killed me. And then, of course, Taysom Hill getting all the rushing attempts that he got out there. The Steelers defense stepping up the way they did, going up against the Browns, that killed me because, of course, Najee Harris wasn't really able to go out there and get his rush attempts or his rushing yards that I needed. None of that shit. It was one of the worst NFL days for me yesterday versus Sunday. Sunday, I was able to broke even. Yesterday, I just completely straight up just lost. I just dead ass lost everything because it just didn't go my way. Young going to Adam Thielen instead of Hayden Hurst in that game, like I was expecting for that. That killed me on that. What else? It was freaking Deshaun Watson. Every single time Deshaun Watson would get out the pocket and run, why are you grabbing people's face masks, man? That killed me a lot. That killed me on, I want to say, 5 slips. That killed me on almost everything that I had because I was very high on Deshaun Watson's rushing attempts, on his rushing yards, just to go over that 25. Ridiculous. Howard McCowan, 18 rebounds taken out. Ah, damn, that sucks. That's tough. I would have took that. That right there would have been easy money because then that pretty much, Joey, you banking on T.R. McCowan not getting double-digit rebounds and you're banking on Howard not doing nothing out there. That's ridiculous. Let's see if we can make a game stack with this late game going over here. Going to forward position. I really do like actually playing Natasha Howard. Kind of wouldn't mind playing Cheyenne Parker. We'll play Cheyenne. And then from the guard position, my bias in me would tell me to go with Alicia Gray, but I know a lot of people, you guys would rather probably go with Ryan Howard. This right here, you can go to like Elaney right there, and you can play either one of Jonko Jones or Brianna Stu. Let me not lie to you. You're probably going to end up having to play Jonko Jones. Yeah. And then you could find some value right there to play. Or let's come off of Natasha Howard. Let's go with T.R. McCowan instead, Jonko Jones. And actually, you could play Cheyenne Parker. Boom. And then if you actually come off of Ryan, you go to the guard position, and instead you play Lisa Gray. Boom. Just gave you guys a couple of options that you can actually go to right there. All right, guys. Looks like no BK today. I'm guessing he got tied up with the kids and stuff. But if you guys got any questions or anything like that, at him on Twitter. He will answer any of those questions. Talk to us down in Discord. Yeah, I actually have to get ready to go to work in the next 10 minutes. So good luck to everybody. I hope you guys cash out. It's been fun. This stuff's been real. WNBA awards have been finally coming out, and some of them I agree, some of them I don't. But nonetheless, good luck to you guys. Hopefully you guys cash out. I'll have my core up as soon as I get to work. I will get that posted along with my player pool for today.